Hello everyone, welcome back to The Last Lap. In today's video we're going to be talking about some news that came out this week, and we're going to also preview all three series that will be racing this weekend at Martinsville. We're going to give you guys our picks for that, and we're also going to give you our final four picks for the Cup Series, so make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that. But before we hop into the episode, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really does go a long way, and you can check us out on Instagram as well at The Last Lap News. And I looked at our YouTube statistics, and we're actually doing pretty good. So I'm very impressed with that. We started this channel about a year ago, I think, Matthew, but it seems like we're doing pretty good as far as YouTube's concerned. So thank you guys so much for all your support, and we'll keep on pumping these videos out for you guys. So Matthew, how you doing this week heading into Martinsville?
Well, I'm ready to go to Martinsville, and it's been a crazy week for me. Just getting all my work done before this weekend, so I don't have to do anything, and studying. So it's been a busy week for me, but I am ready to head to Martinsville for. This is probably like what year is this? Not wait, how many times I've been there? Like
too many to count now.
like eight 8 years, because I didn't go to the 2021 because COVID and all that. So it's been like we've been going there for like 8 years now.
Okay, so really quick, one piece of news, one small little piece of news we figured we'd bring up for you guys is that Dale Jr. announced he's going to run the Xfinity race at Martinsville in the spring next year. So that's pretty cool that Martinsville is going to be his one race for next season. It'll be in the spring at Martinsville, so that's pretty cool. But the main thing we want to talk about is one thing. So sorry, I want to talk about this really quick as well because this happened this week. But the new NASCAR video game came out / is coming out this week, NASCAR 21 Ignition. So that's pretty cool. A bunch of people have had it early and they've been playing it and been reporting some stuff to try to get some feedback to the developers so they could fix it and all that kind of stuff. But the people who pre-ordered it could play Tuesday, I believe, and the official release is
yesterday, which was today actually. It was yesterday.
Yeah, the pre-order people could play it on Tuesday, and I believe the official release is Thursday or Friday, I'm pretty sure, where people could just go and buy it Friday. But yeah, that came out, so that was pretty cool. There's a lot of bugs and stuff, which you kind of expect for this video game. It's a brand new game. They built it from the ground up, so they've already announced that they're going to release some patches and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully in the next few weeks the game could be on its feet and running near perfectly. But from what it looks like so far, we've both watched a bunch of other people on YouTube. It looks like it has a lot of potential as long as the game fixes these small little errors here and there. So we're both looking forward to trying that at Martinsville. That'll be on our vlog, but I figured I would talk about that really quick because that's some news that came out this week. And the biggest piece of news is the next-gen test at Bowman Gray Stadium. So Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. all tested the next-gen car there. It's a quarter-mile racetrack. It's very historic. A lot of ARCA and K&N and all those kinds of series race there all the time. A bunch of now Cup Series drivers have raced there, like Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace. Several other people have raced there in the smaller series, so really great to see them test there. It was also announced Stuart Friesen is going to do a test at a dirt track to figure out what tire they're going to use for Bristol Dirt. But the main headline of this week was those three drivers testing at Bowman Gray. So I was talking to one of my friends about this. I feel like they should do the Clash at the LA Coliseum and do like the All-Star race at Bowman Gray or some like a really small track like that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah, nothing as far as Bowman Gray on the schedule or anything like that. It was just a test session for those three drivers. So really cool to see the next-gen car on track again. And most of the drivers had pretty good feedback regarding the next-gen car. So that's great to hear some veterans of the sport give some feedback. I'd like to see Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, those guys in the next-gen car too. Maybe at some point. I don't know. Probably not, but it would be pretty cool to see some other veterans behind the wheel as well. Maybe Matt Kenseth too. I just thought of him. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see some more veterans behind the wheel of it. But for now, those are the three guys we got testing at Bowman Gray Stadium this week. So, Matthew, what do you guys say about some of this news that came out this week?
Well, one other piece of news that came out actually tonight was Good Wrench, which is the sponsor for Kurt Busch this year and the past couple seasons. They're going to be going with Kevin Harvick for the next season, 2022. They unveiled the car during NASCAR Race Hub, and that car looks great, in my opinion. of course, people are not going to talk about the paint scheme or the car itself. They're just going to be talking about the number placement, as always. Or a bunch of Chase Elliott fans being salty about that. But I'm talking to you, Jimmy. But
yuck. Not talking about it. All right.
And then
get on with the video. Come on. Talk about the good stuff. Nobody wants keep going.
Okay.
Talk about the test session. Come on, you know you want to. And you know you want to talk about the video
I know you're
game.
dreading over Martinsville. It's okay. But talking about the NASCAR 21 edition, the video game that's going to be officially released on Friday, but if you pre-ordered it, there's people that have had it, they pre-ordered it, and there's big streamers who had it like 2 weeks before the game came out. And my opinion on it, graphically it looks great. In my opinion, it's like the best it's been. Physics, from what I've heard, are also really good, especially road courses and short tracks, and including Bristol Dirt. But of course, there's always going to be some negatives. Like there's definitely been some bugs, but they said they're going to come out with some update patches in the coming weeks. So hopefully, most of those are fixed. I don't expect all of it to be fixed, but at least most of it. So I think as long as those bugs get fixed, that it'll be a good game. I mean, I don't think it's not perfect, of course not. But it's gonna be better than the Heat series in my opinion. But I'm planning on getting it myself, probably right after Martinsville, because I'm gonna try it at their sim. At like the little tent that they have. I want to try it for the first time. Jimmy and I will, so we're gonna have some content for that. It's been fun watching these streamers, especially one of the streamers who I really enjoyed watching because he's actually, when giving feedback, he's not sounding like a complete baby during the video and start whining about it. He's just being chill about it. Hey, they just need to be fixed. But other than that, if that gets fixed, it's gonna be great. And then you got the other YouTube content creators or Instagram content creators that just act like total children about it, but instead of actually thinking. But other than that, I can't wait to try it out myself. And we'll see if it's good or just okay-ish. As for the Dale Jr. news, that's great to hear. He's back for his annual Xfinity race, and it's going to be a race I normally go to, Martinsville. So that's what a coincidence there. We're going to be seeing Dale Jr. for 2 years in a row now. We did a Richmond this year, and now I'm going to see him at Martinsville next year. So that's great. That's great to hear. And as for the whole next-gen testing with Dale Jr., like we just talked about, and Clint Boyer, and also Larry McReynolds was also there as well. Well, Larry McReynolds wasn't driving. He was there as reprising his crew chief role, I should say. But it was great to see him test at Bowman Gray. It's such a historical place. Now, normally in today's times is all about, they use it for like ARCA, modifieds, late models. Back then they used to race it back in the 60s and 70s. So it's great to see the actual NASCAR series back on that track, even though it's just a test session. Tony Stewart was also there as well, I forgot to say, but he was doing mostly tire tests early in the morning. And we'll see if they get any good data from that, so that when we go to the Clash, it's not total chaos, which it probably will, because that track is small, and I know the cars look bigger, to be honest. Like, it looks big on the track than I thought, so it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna cram like 20 cars in there. So I think it's gonna be a crazy race.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends about this. I was like, I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical about the Clash, to be honest with you, because I don't know if the guys are gonna want to go out there and beat and bang and all of that with their brand new next gen car. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, they might want to save it and use it multiple times. So I'm not sure if they're gonna go out there and destroy or beat up the race car. But
from a marketing standpoint, this is such a genius idea. I mean, they're literally the interstate away from downtown Los Angeles, one of the biggest cities in the United States. So this is a brand new market that they're going to. I know they have Auto Club, but that's still like an hour and a half, two away from the actual city. So this is a great marketing move. Plus, I know it's small, but technically it still counts as a short track, and we've been asking for more short tracks. So here you go. I don't want to hear any complaining. If you guys want short tracks, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good marketing move and all of that. I'm just not sure if the drivers will 100% hop on board and like beat each other up for the win for an exhibition race for the Clash. I mean, they might. I hope they do.
Maybe they should be grateful they're actually going to try the race this time, because the last couple of years they've been used as a test session because since testing's gone. So maybe they'll actually try now and make it more exciting than it has been the past few years.
Maybe they will. I hope they do. But yeah, that's the news for you guys. Now it's time to hop into our picks and predictions for all three series at Martinsville. The Truck and Xfinity series will be on Saturday. So Matthew, you can go ahead and give me each of your picks for those.
John Hunter Nemechek is, of course, my Truck Series pick. Of course, he's also just came off winning at the Xfinity Series in Texas. I know that's Xfinity, and this is a truck, but I'm sure he's going to carry that momentum over, and I'm sure John Hunter Nemechek is going to get the job done and lock itself in the Championship 4. And then as for the Xfinity Series, I'm going with Ty Gibbs, the most recent winner in that 54 car. He's going to be starting outside pole, I think. So he's going to have a lot of momentum. I think he's going to have a lot of momentum. It's his last Xfinity race of the season, as John Hunter Nemechek will be driving that 54 car in Phoenix. So I think he's going to close out the Xfinity season, his part-time Xfinity season, with a 5th win at Martinsville.
So my two picks for these two series are going to be a little bit, I wouldn't call them dark horse picks, but they're definitely not. Well, my Xfinity pick kind of is, but each of these picks are below the cut line in their respective series. So I told this to you a while ago, quite a few weeks ago actually, because the trucks haven't raced in like a month. But I'm throwing a bold statement out there. I'm gonna say that Chandler Smith wins at Martinsville and punches his way into the Championship 4, because look at what he did at Bristol. He was up in the top 3, top 5 most of the night. When it got nitty-gritty down to the end of it, he ruffled a few feathers and was able to get the win. So I'm gonna take a long shot here. I'm gonna pick Chandler Smith as my truck pick, and for the Xfinity series, I'm gonna pick Noah Gragson. I'm gonna pick him as my pick for the Xfinity series because he's also below the cut line, but he finished. I think he's finished in the top 5 in the spring and last year in this race. I'm pretty sure. I think he finished second in the spring here in the spring at Martinsville. So I'm going with Noah Gragson as my Xfinity pick. So now that we got those out of the way, it's time for our Cup picks. And what we're going to do is we're going to give our 3 picks, and we're also going to give our final 4 predictions as well. So for me, my first pick, which is going to go into my final 4 pick as well, is going to be Martin Truex Jr. I think he's going to win this race and punch his way into the Championship 4 because he has won 3 out of the last 4 Martinsville races, including the spring here. So I feel like Martin Truex Jr., you have to go with him as a pick. And he's been very good at these 750 horsepower races all season long. So I'm going to go with him as my first pick. My second pick is going to be Chase Elliott because he has also been pretty good here at Martinsville. Got the win a year ago and ran very well in the spring. Has always ran well here the past few years, so I'm going to go with him as my second pick. And my third pick is going to be Ryan Blaney because he's led a lot of laps here, but has not gotten the luck to get the win to go his way. So I feel like Ryan Blaney is a very big threat to win here at Martinsville, so I'm going to go with him as my third pick. As for my final 4, Kyle Larson obviously already punched his way in. My main pick was Martin Truex Jr. to win this race, so I'm going to go with him as my second driver. And then the other 2 are the guys that are already very healthy above the cut line in Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin. So those are my final 4. After Martinsville, we'll see how we do to get those right, and maybe we'll have a few points set aside as a small little thing for this as well, depending on how many we get right. But Matthew, go ahead and give me your 3 picks and give me your final 4 prediction.
So you said Truex was your main pick?
Yes, Truex, Elliott, Blaney.
Well, Man, you just left me. You just left me with a golden opportunity here. Of course, I'm gonna pick Kyle Larson as my first pick. He could win at any track basically. So you just left me wide open for Larson. So that's what I'm picking first, of course. Then my second pick's gonna be Denny Hamlin because he's been, well, I know Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon are retired, but as of right now, he's the best driver at Martinsville with a few wins there. And then my third pick's gonna be Kyle Busch, and he's always been one of the best when it comes to short track racing. I know most of his wins were Bristol, Richmond, but recently he has had a couple wins from 2016, 2017, which I was there for those. I mean, he almost won 2018. But I think with his short track experience, he's going to be able to advance to the championship four. So I got Kyle Busch as my third pick. Oh, and my final four prediction, I'm going to keep it the same as it is right now. I'm going to have Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, and Busch. That's how it is right now, and I think that's how it's going to remain at the end of this race.
All right. So you don't think Truex is going to win or in the top 5 all day? Because Truex is only a few points out. Truex is 3 points out right now. So you don't think Truex is going to run in the top 5 and get a lot of stage points?
Well, I mean, he could, but we'll see. I mean, you picked Truex, so I just picked who.
Well, I'm just talking about your final 4 in general, not for the win. I'm just talking about. Because if Truex gets a few stage points here and there, Kyle Busch gets a few stage points here and there, it's going to be close. It's going to be crazy if
we'll see.
If nobody will.
It's the last 2 races. It's the last 2 races of the season. And these last 2 races, I'm going to be really selfish, to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. So let me quickly just go over the playoff bracket really quick in case you guys don't know what's going on. But like I said, Elliott and Hamlin are above 30 points above, so they're pretty much good. Anything can happen, but they're in a relatively good spot. I read that Chase needs like 20-something, low 20 points, something to clinch, and Hamlin needs like 24 or 25, so with some good stage points and a decent finish, those two should be okay. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex, Brad Keselowski, that's where it's really tight, because Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney separated by 1 point, Truex -3, Brad Keselowski -6, so that's where it's really going to be tight all race long. It's going to be interesting for sure. But Matthew, do you have any other closing thoughts before we wrap the episode up?
I think I should get bonus points if Kevin Harvick actually does retaliate on Elliott. Because I've been telling him all week long that he should be nervous around having Harvick around during this race. So I have a bad feeling that something's going to happen. That's just from what I'm seeing in the past. And we all know what Martinsville does. Martinsville is the track for payback. So, and after the Roval, Harvick hasn't let it go. So I believe it's not over. So I think I should get bonus points if it does happen.
You say that, but you picked Chase to advance to the Final Four. So if
well,
you were that confident,
well, that's just assuming if nothing does happen. But we don't know.
If you were that confident, you would have. Anyways, but
I know.
I mean, I'm
it's okay.
I'm a tiny bit concerned, but I mean, I'm a tiny bit concerned, but I feel like Harvick, as far as on the track stuff goes, I think it's over for now.
I think he doesn't care. I think he's just gonna go with it, and I don't think he minds having a early vacation.
NASCAR literally said that penalties would be enforced for next season if something else were to happen on track. So I think Harvick, is done on track. I don't think Harvick wants to jeopardize the start of next season because of how bad this season is. But we'll have to see. But I mean,
even if he doesn't wreck him, maybe he's probably gonna still race him hard. He might, if he was in the lead, he might block him, or if Harvick's trying to pass him, he might bump him out of the way. I mean,
plus
he's probably going to race him hard.
By the way, Kevin Harvick is terrible at Martinsville. We saw what happened last year in this race. The race that he needed to finish well to make it to the Final Four, he was terrible the whole day and tried to wreck Kyle Busch and failed again. So Kevin Harvick, when it comes to wrecking people,
it
he's
wasn't
pretty
for
bad
that
at it.
Blatant rain caution at Texas, which Harvick got on the wall because NASCAR didn't throw a caution for rain, they wouldn't be in that situation. So,
but regardless, Harvick is not good at Martinsville. So, anyways, yeah, sorry for the rant and rattle debate back and forth, guys, but we hope you find that entertaining. It's pretty fun for us to kind of go back
I'll
and
get
forth
some
here,
good old footage of it. I promise.
I will give you a point if it happens, but I get a point if nothing happens. Is that a deal?
Okay.
Point for a point?
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
All right. And also, so your 3 out of 4 of your picks were the same for the championship than mine. So do you want to do another point? If Kyle Busch makes it, you get a point. But if Truex makes it, I get a point. You want to do that as well? Are you feeling risky?
Not exactly.
Boo. He's nervous.
Oh, stop.
He's not confident. He's not confident. He's not willing to put a point down
Make
for
it through Martinsville without worrying about Harvick. Then we'll talk.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed the final few minutes of us going back and forth, talking dumb, talking smack to each other. But, yeah, we're going to be at Martinsville. We'll try to get some good footage there for you guys. We'll come out with a vlog video sometime next week with all the footage and stuff we have there. Our review video will probably be out maybe Tuesday, just because I'll be coming back here on Monday and recording and all that kind of stuff. But as long as you guys stay tuned to our social media, we'll update you guys on when they are uploaded. But until then, we will see you guys in our next video.